Hey there guys, so I'm here to talk to you about your breakdown for the week of April 12th. It's going to be a relatively short one. You guys have a pretty simple week this week, so let's just get through it. So Monday is going to be your review period, so obviously you have your test on Tuesday. You're going to want to go over that review package. I took it up in the last video on last Monday, so you can go back, watch that, and then get the answers to that. They're also in your notes. Your Unit 2 test, it's going to be posted on Monday at 8 a.m. Technically, it's your Tuesday task, but because we have students who are ahead, it's going to be put out on Monday. It'll stay open until Thursday at 8 a.m. So that gives you a 3-day window. You can choose when you want to do it. Once you start it, it's going to go, and then it stops once you're done, okay? Wednesday, your discussion is going to be on supplements. So what you're going to do for that discussion post is I'm going to set the parameters, but it's going to be along the lines of research a supplement and distinguish what makes it a quality supplement and what would you look for if you were trying to pick out that supplement, or when is it appropriate to use that supplement. Kind of mentioned it with protein shakes earlier in the year. A lot of people commonly think it's the best way to gain muscle, but the idea of a protein shake is that it's just adding protein to your diet that you're depleted in, when in reality it's better to get actual foods or even other alternative sources of protein instead of a protein shake after a workout. Okay, then on Thursday and Friday we're jumping into our new unit, which is health and safety. It's a pretty simple unit, but it's going to teach you guys a lot of stuff going forward in life. So the first unit we learned about nutritional balance and different types of nutrients and how to structure a diet based on what you need on various individual factors. The second unit we talked about more production of food. This is going to be the actual making of food, storing of food, and stuff like that. So this is some tips you guys are going to take away to actually become chefs later on. So I'll just briefly explain what Thursday is going to be about. It's an intro to the 3 C's. So pretty much everything in cooking revolves around chilling, cooking, and cleaning. So we'll talk about the different aspects of each one. They're pretty straightforward and you probably have a good understanding of them. Although based on what I hear about your room checks, maybe not the cleaning one. But that'll be on Thursday, so it's pretty straightforward from that. And then the importance of food safety. So we're going through why it's so relevant that we make and prepare food that's adequate and meets health standards. You're really seeing it more so today, just with all the COVID-19 stuff that's going on. Every restaurant has to be more active with this, which is actually kind of a beneficial thing. In reality, they maybe should have had these standards previously. That being said, it does make the production process a lot more difficult. So you can understand why fast food restaurants and so on would probably not regularly keep these practices, just because they can't meet up with the standards of speed production. But just one little quote I've heard on the whole COVID thing, it's gonna change the way we look at health and safety going forward, the way that 9/11 did with security measures, which is really interesting to think that some of these changes that we've gone through are definitely going to stay. Some of them will fade back to the old ways just because, again, it's easier, it's faster, whatever. It's maybe not as big of a risk, so it's okay for that. But there's definitely going to be precautions we take away from this and apply going forward. So that's really pretty much what the importance note is why do we want to value that? It's pretty obvious, right? A business isn't going to be sustainable if they're serving bad products that make people sick. Customer itself, that's the person you want to protect the most. You don't want to be handing out a bad product from an ethics perspective. And then it's similar in terms of both are in, how do I word this? You're doing it for 2 different reasons for the company. 1, so that they can sustain their production, and 2, also for the employees, that they stay safe and healthy, but also that they have job security. So there's kind of 2 different branches within the company aspect of it, and then the consumer who's going to eat that. So again, guys, like I said, this is going to be a really straightforward one. I'm just laying out your tasks for the week. I'm going to go back and touch on your discussion post from last week, finding healthy ads. You guys nailed it on the head for the most part, but you didn't structure your answers properly. It says in the question to go and find an advertisement and then a source of why that ad is not, why that food isn't as healthy as it seems. Some of you maybe found the ad or found a reason why it was, but you had to put 2 links up. One, again, being the advertisement itself, and 2 being the explaining characteristics of why it's poor. Some of you guys got it for the most part, and if you had, some of you put references but didn't put the link, so I only docked you a half mark there, but again, you gotta, it's like an in-text reference. If you put the in-text but nothing on the reference page, it really doesn't help me much. Sure, it's going to prevent you from getting plagiarism, or partial plagiarism at least, but you got to fully detail it, right, if you want the reference marks. So that's it for this week, guys. Like I said, it's really short and sweet. I'll come back to you guys next week. So like I mentioned, we're starting Unit 3 on Thursday, Friday. Wednesday's our discussion week next week. We'll probably have some kind of assignment in the mix of it, either later in the week or on the Monday in the following week. But I'll come back next week with a video. We'll go through your test, give you all the correct answers. So again, make sure that test is complete. It's going up Monday, 8 a.m. It's your Tuesday task, but it'll be up Monday, 8 a.m. until Thursday, 8 a.m. So you got a 3-day window to do that. That's it for this week, guys. See you next week.